on you when you were a young up-and-coming filmmaker, and why did you want to pay homage to them by making this film?
Well, it's not so much just the film, and more the decade itself. Because it's obviously like the great films of that period, but also it's the music, it's the fashion. You know, it's really sort of like, I guess, a cultural tribute in a way, because my first experience of the 60s would have been through my parents' record collection. And, you know, having to kind of like work out what I thought the decade was based on the music alone.
In terms of the casting, obviously you've picked two of the best up-and-coming young actors going today. What made them so perfect for this role? And did it change in terms of when you were writing it in the first instance? Did it change in terms of you casting them change the way that you'd written the characters initially?
I mean, you already answered your own question with two of the best up-and-coming actresses at the moment. I mean, one of the things was that Anya, originally we talked about her playing Eloise, and then I guess in the 3 years between me talking to her about it and actually having a screenplay, she had really like grown on screen, and I felt also just maybe seeing her in other roles, I started to think maybe she'd be good in the 60s part, and luckily she absolutely 100% agreed.
I just would say this is a really beautiful tribute to Diana Rigg. She is incredible in this film, and I wondered, how do you feel about paying tribute to her in this film and her final role?
I mean, I can be sad that she's gone, or I could be happy that I got to work with her at all. So I could choose the latter.
10 years in the making, or the idea of a film was 10 years through, yeah. What made nowadays, today, 2018, 2019 was it shot, the perfect time for this film to come to life? What made it the perfect time for you?
I guess my previous film I'd made in the States, and you know, I spent a long time promoting that film around the world, and I just felt that I wanted to make a film in central London. So I'd had the idea for a long time, and I think when I finished promoting Baby Driver, it was very clear to me that like I had to do this movie next.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.